It's only sport with Martin Devlin on the platform. Brought to you by One New Zealand. Let's get connected.
You should be getting this. You should be happy about that. Don't tell me what I should be bloody happy about, mate.
Hey, Miles, how are you?
Yeah, not bad, old B, not bad.
We got a list of topics to talk about. All Blacks, Wallabies, McKenzie being dropped as 10. That's the word tomorrow. Do you like the RG side? Harlan biffing the ball incident. Yitka, and what the hell really is going on with all of that palaver. But I want to start talking with your mate about Heather Knight, because these kind of stories really do get up my goose, mate, and gander as well.
No, you get... It gets my gander. It doesn't get up here.
Gets my gander.
It doesn't get up your goat either.
Right.
You know, like whatever you lot get on with, you know, that's fine by me. But don't go around telling me about it.
Don't call me Chelsea, mate. So you're like me, though, aren't you? With this, is that dragging something up from 2012 and embarrassing this woman and humiliating her, and then fining her, even though it is suspended, it is all wrong. As wrong as Blackface is, this to me is equally wrong.
The thing is well. Is Blackface wrong? I'll put that one out there. What is the offensive thing? Is it ridiculing them? Is it like, what is that? Is it making you, if you put a blackface on, isn't imitation the sincerest form of flattery? I've never quite understood it. It's like cultural appropriation. If I wore this hat first, you're not allowed to wear this hat. You know what I mean? It's got a special significance to me, so you can't wear it. Why not? What big deal is it to you? You're wearing a thing. And I've honestly, I can't. I've waited for someone to do it. It's almost like the whole world, it's like the trans bollocks that's going on at the moment. It's like someone has stood up and said, right, well, there was slavery, that's bad, there's been a lot of racism, so anything to do with it that even remotely connects to it, we're going to come down, you know, as a society and just slam it in there. I've never understood it. You know, I'm not saying I'd go out and do it, because some people might get offended, but I can't see the big crime. And 12 years ago, Mark.
12 years ago.
12 years ago. Do you remember Ollie Robinson? I think it was about 8 years when he made some sort of, you know, really not that bad, sort of stupid 18-year-old type tweets that he put out. And then he got dropped for a fair time from the England side. Now this woman at 12 years ago, why didn't people complain at the time?
Because it wasn't offensive back then, and that's the point, isn't it? So now it's offensive, and you can go back and retro how offended you are. This is it needs to be called out. And the English Cricket Board is so weak here. They need to make a stand and just say enough's enough. You know, we're not even going to talk about this. It's not. We're talking about it. She's a woman of much character.
They just kowtow to the keyboard warriors and the justice things and the Liberals fighting on. I'm trying to remember what it was. I saw a classic example the other day. We're saying, "Oh, that's really offensive," you know, it's in there. And the person or the group that it was about said, I wasn't offended by that at all. I thought it was quite funny. So there's people taking offence or umbrage on behalf of other people, and they're the ones that cause all the grief all the time. And it is about time that we just stood up to it and said, no mass, like Roberto Duran did.
Again,
no more of that commas. Let's just all. And I can't remember who it was, whether it was I can't remember, John Cleese or one of those guys or someone, or Stephen Fry. No one's got the right to not be offended.
Well, you're going to be offended at this. Martin, tell your geezer mate, that Liverpool are going to win 4-0 tomorrow morning, and that's from one of his Greek Cypriot brothers. And I know how you like the bubbles, mate. This is the League Cup game tomorrow, clearly.
I know which Greek Cypriot brother it is.
Yeah.
And, I tell you what, he's got it totally wrong. It's going to be 5-0. All right? So, like it was, I think it was last year we got dealt to them by. I'm going to watch it. Like
of course you are. Of course you are, mate.
But I'm not venturing any of my pennies onto it at all, because I'm not that much of an idiot. Yeah, we're going to get turned over, mate. We were woeful at the weekend against Chelsea, and we've got such a good side, but I don't think J-Lo has quite got it together yet, and he doesn't know his starting, and he certainly, it almost looks to me, Martin, like he's lost the dressing room. But let's not waste time on that load of bollocks.
All Blacks Wallabies, Damian McKenzie won't be the number 10. This according to Liam Napier. He's got a bit of good oil normally, Liam, and so we get Beauden Barrett back at 10. I know you don't really care whatever about the All Blacks, but I think this is a good decision. I think McKenzie's had his chance, and he's just not quite there as an All Black first five.
No, he's not. And I was thinking that actually after the game again, thinking, God, he's no Richie Mo'unga, is he? In terms, he's got amazing feet, great skills, great hands.
Yep.
But in terms of directing the game, and we go back to, the one guy who had all the flair, all the tackling, and all the tactical kicking skills for me in recent times was Dan Carter. And he was an absolute freak. So a lot of the time, Mo'unga was sort of there or thereabouts in terms of that, not quite to the standard of Carter as far as I'm concerned. But McKenzie just hasn't got that consistent ability to guide the side around the field. And I think also he's stuck between, is he a first five, is he a fullback? So I'm not surprised they've made the change. Barrett has been superb, hasn't he? Against England when he came off the bench, and I think he's made almost every post a winner. So I think that's a sensible change.
Do you like this Argentinian side, and how can you not as a rugby fan?
Well, why did you say that then? Of course I bloody like him.
Well, because of 1982 and you still harp on about the Falklands and bollocks. That's why.
No, we don't harp on about it.
You always harp on about it, mate. Give the island back. It's not Los Malvinas, mate.
Who won? Who won? Oh, and by the way, I don't think we've given an official thanks to New Zealand for sending us a bloody ferry. Thanks a lot, mate. I'll tell you what, you can have it back now. You can have it back now so you can get across the bloody Cook Strait.
Okay, that was a little embarrassing at the time. We're a bit short-changed there, son, okay? That's so true. Well, didn't we send the Charles Upham and it fell over or something? It's up the coast of Spain carting oranges or something now or something.
Oh, yeah, I've no idea what it's doing. But I was saying, I thought you might have sent a plane, but it broke down.
Yeah, it ended up in Singapore. It's still on the airport. Yeah, there you go. But this is Los Pumas. We've got to celebrate this, mate. Aussie, us and South Africa all in the same year for the first time. They're the darlings of world rugby, I reckon, right now.
Oh, very much so. And it's great. But it's amazing how they can be so, dominant one week and then get rammed over the next week. But it just shows that they, on their day, they've got it and they're starting to consistently do it. That's 2 or 3 wins lately, isn't it, against the All Blacks? I think 3 maybe on the top of my head. But to beat South Africa like they did, it was a real nail-biter. But they did the business against them. And I just... There's something about the Argentina. I actually quite like Argentina football. They play some decent football. They've got some dirty players and some divers, but they've got some real stars over the years. And I love the rugby side probably even more. There's just, I don't know, and the passion with them as well.
That's it, mate. They just play with their heart. Love it, yeah.
And the world game is better for it.
This Haaland incident after the Man City-Arsenal game, I've been wanting to get your view on this because it goes alongside Gibbs White and Nuno have been charged from Nottingham Forest for acting in an improper manner using insulting words to the referee. I like the fact they're being called out for this because I can't stand, and it happened on that Man City-Arsenal game where I think it was Walker was chasing the referee down the field. Mate, he should stand his ground. And you come near me within a metre of me, you should get a red card. But anyway, Haaland picking the ball up and throwing it at the back of Gabriel's head after that equaliser went in. And then the VAR say, no, there's no need to revisit that incident. I can't believe that. That has to be a card of some kind, doesn't it?
The VAR are just gutless, pathetic. They've gone even more now. That if the referee hasn't said it, we're not going to go against what our mate has said. So why have him in the first place? I'd be more than happy. Referee said, I didn't see that. Let's get on with it. Or my assistants haven't seen it either. We're just going to get on with the game because they do nothing. The inconsistency, I think, as well, is what drives people absolutely nuts. And when you consider what Declan Rice got sent off for a couple of weeks ago, which was next to nothing, and then Haaland gets away with that. Is it a case of Man City getting away with it? Like your rabble used to get away with it.
We did we got away with the odd one at Old Trafford. It was only 25 years we didn't have a penalty. Yeah, leave it, Howard. Do you
remember old Howard Webb and his Man United shirt on underneath his referee's kit?
Stop it, mate.
It's Only Sport with Martin Devlin on the platform. Brought to you by One New Zealand. Let's get connected.